Fellow Kenyans, sometimes it's normally very much important that before you speak or before you say anything, you really need to look around you and ask yourself a lot of questions. Question number one that you need to ask yourself is that what if this thing that I'm doing, or what if this thing that I'm saying is now done to me? Like now I'm the victim of this thing. What would happen? I'm asking this question because not long ago, I think last year, when the Kenyan Gen Zs were demonstrating, several members of parliament that are coming from Tanzania, the Tanzanian members of parliament, were really talking negatively about Kenyan demonstrators, Kenyan Gen Zs. Actually, one woman said that there's nothing that they can learn from Kenya, that Kenya is supposed to go and learn in Tanzania. There is no need of them speaking a lot of English, yet there's nothing that can happen because the Kenyan Gen Zs are bringing the parliament down to ashes, or are burning the parliament of Kenya. Just like she's saying here.
Watu tuliwaona kule, walienda kunajisi mpaka bunge lao. Nchi gani ile? Eti alafu mtu anakuambia tukasome. Kwa tukasome nini? Kipi tukasome? Sisi hatuna cha kusoma kwa Wakenya, isipokuwa Wakenya watoke kule waje wajifunze kwetu. Waje watalii kwenye nchi yetu waone. Wafundishe namna siasa inapofanya.
So my question is, what changed? What really changed? Because the reason why I'm asking what really changed is because the same thing that happened in Kenya is now happening in Tanzania. Actually, what is happening in Tanzania right now is far much worse than what happened in Kenya. In Kenya, not everything was burned to ashes. People reacted, yes, the Gen Zs reacted, everybody reacted, but things were not burned just like this. So I've been like, okay, so you spoke about this thing in Kenya, and you were negatively talking about Kenyan Gen Zs, how they are uneducated, how they are immature, how Kenyan government is immature, and all that. Even the president herself said that kwa jirani kuna chomeka. That is why I'm saying that before you open your mouth to say anything, you really need to look at your statement. You really need to weigh this thing that I'm saying, or this thing that I'm doing, or this thing that I'm about to do. What is the side effect? Can it really happen to me? Even before you set up somebody, you really need to ask that this person that I'm setting up, what if I'm the person that now is being set up? How would I feel? What would happen to me? And after we've answered those questions, after we've asked ourselves those questions and answered them, then we'll be in a better position to understand how life is. Life sometimes doesn't give us what we want, or doesn't give us exactly what we need or what we expect. But life gives us what it needs. It feels like we really need to have. That is exactly what is happening as we speak right now. The Tanzanian State House is really down. And even the Mama Suluhu Samia Hassan has been seen flying away from Tanzania. I never knew that Mama Suluhu Samia was a Zanzibar. I never knew that she was born in Zanzibar. and then I think she got married to a Tanzanian, and now after getting married to a Tanzanian, that is how she became a Tanzanian citizen. Now she now thought that, okay, now I'm a citizen of Tanzania, now I can rule them. And John Pombe Magufuli cried and said that I don't want it to look like I really want to leave my people in good hands, but I wouldn't want my people one day to cry. I don't want them to say that I made a mistake. And the mistake had been made. Suluhu has been doing all the things that she's doing, she has done. They have been seen, and I really don't know how we are going to counterattack this. I really don't know how the Tanzanian citizens are going to do this, but the truth of the matter is that sometimes democracy comes with the price. I do say that, and let me just continue saying it, that sometimes democracy comes with the power, democracy comes with the price. You have to pay a lot of prices for you to be free. Freedom is not just gotten. You can't just get freedom very easily as you expect or as you think. There are a lot of prices. There are a lot of prices to pay. You have to pay a lot of prices. Like the people of Tanzania have really paid prices of burning things down, of passing the message that they are tired of the CCM, that is the Chama cha Mapinduzi, which has ruled for over 60 years. Since the time of Daktari Mwalimu Julius Nyerere until now. You see, all those generations have been ruled by the Chama cha Mapinduzi. And it feels like right now, anybody that wants to vie must vie with Chama cha Mapinduzi expecting to win, or knowing very well that with this Chama cha Mapinduzi, I'm undefeated. But now the problem, you can't tell us that you are undefeated, yet you're putting people in trouble. You can't tell us that you are undefeated, yet you are not giving people peace of mind. That is a very big lie. And all of us, actually everybody needs to really understand this and know that what has been happening, what is happening, and what is going to happen, what is continuing to happen is something that can be prevented. And I'm like, I've seen something really happening here, fellow Kenyans, that Kenyan journalists from Nyota TV arrested in Tanzania at Lunga border while covering Tanzania protest. Tanzania does not allow media to cover protest. So let me ask a question. Okay, I don't know how to say it, but we really need to understand something here as Kenyans, that this woman has really made women look like stupid people. Let me use that word. Just allow me to use that word. That she has really made people to start looking down upon women, leaders, especially leaders. Right now, if you're a leader and you really want to lead or you want to rule, people must ask a lot of questions. That what if we give you power to rule us, to lead, and then you change? What if you'll turn you back? What if now you'll change? Because imagine how Mama Suluhu Samia became the president of Tanzania after the death of the late Dr. John Pombe Magufuli. And she really ruled so well in the first year, second year, third year, and people praised her. And people were like, the first woman president, to understand how citizens are, the lives of citizens and all that. And she was getting praises all the time, every now and then. Little did the people understand, or little did people know that she was more worse than even the male president. And right now, I've said that right now, the pace that she has set, there's a pace that she has already set. So the pace that she has set as a president female leader, or as a woman, is putting a lot of question marks. Any moment a leader is vying, a female leader is vying, especially for the front seats, that what if things turn? What if it turns right now that she will be more than Samia? Such kind of things. One thing we need to understand in East Africa, and our leaders also need to understand as East African leaders, is that people are tired, and this one is just like a sequence. In 2025, we've seen, or we've already witnessed the reactions or the action that happened in Tanzania, that citizens of Tanzania are tired of the leadership of this woman, or they're tired of the dictatorship. You know, it's now very clear that she's known as the Idi Amin Mama. You know, leave alone the Idi Amin Dada. Now she's the Idi Amin Mama, the female version of the Idi Amin. The way she's ruling, the way she's saying things, the way she's doing things, you know, it's like, okay, after all, mtadu. That is exactly what she's trying to pass, the information, the message that she's trying to pass. Okay, now I'm the president, mtadu. That kind of scenario, like, okay, mtafanya. You see? So if it reaches that point that a leader will question you and ask you that, okay, mtadu, I really don't think if we are all ready for that. And suppose maybe we've been somehow only thinking that we are ready for that, then we should change our ways and our minds. In 2025, we've had, I've told you that this thing is a sequence. Like in 2025, we've already had elections in Tanzania. We've seen what has happened. In 2026, we're going to have elections in Uganda. The same thing might happen. And then in 2027, we're going to have elections in Kenya. And remember, any moment I speak about this thing, I normally ask and I normally say that I think in East Africa, we really have a very big problem. And that problem can only be solved by citizens coming together to find a way of changing the narrative, or of changing the way things are supposed to be done, just like in Tanzania right now. You know, I think you can see how Tanzanians came out. Tanzanians have really come out in large number, and you know, and in fact, they are even asking the military to come and take over. You see, you know, let us not lie to ourselves here. You see, Tanzania, if Tanzania doesn't go the Nepal way, whereby they're going to bring in Tundu Lissu and declare him the president, then it's going to go the Burundian way, whereby but Burkina Faso. Sorry, I normally get confused between Burundi and Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso, remember, Burkina Faso is being led by the military, whereby we have got Traore. Of course, Traore is ruling so well because he understands the way things are supposed to work. You know, he was once a civilian, you know, and then he managed to become a military officer, a commander. So he understands, he knows the feeling, he knows how to handle people, he knows how to handle citizens. That is why you realize that Burkina Faso really adapted so fast with the leadership of Traore. So my question is this: in East Africa, do you really think that citizens can adapt so fast with the leadership of the military if we decide to do away with the leaders like the politicians? Tell me, for instance, in Tanzania, do you really think that it's going to be very easy for the citizens to adapt so fast, just like Burkina Faso did? Because citizens of Tanzania are now crying on the streets, and they're saying that, okay, sisi tumechoka, hatujui kile ambacho tunapaswa kufanya, ama hatujui kile ambacho tunaweza tukufanya, kile ambacho kiko wacha military, wanajeshi waje wakachukue ushukani. You know, it might look at this point in Tanzania, let me just say that it might look like it can't work, but the truth of the matter is that it's really going to work. It at this point it can work. That is the only way that Tanzania can have some little peace when the military now decides to come and take over. I've seen Samia Suluhu flying away, you know, as the military is being requested to come and take over, where, you know, immediately after these people forced themselves, directed themselves to go to the state house of Tanzania.
Tunarudia kwa usalama wa taifa letu, jeshi lichukue nchi. Kwa usalama wa taifa letu, jeshi lichukue nchi. Jeshi lichukue nchi. Jeshi lisipochukua nchi, sisi tumechanganyikiwa, sisi hatuelewi. Jeshi lichukue nchi.
But then all said and done, we all have to accept that a change is coming in East Africa. 2025, I've told you that in 2025 it has been Tanzania. Now let us wait for 2026, whereby we'll have the same thing that has happened in Tanzania happening in Uganda. Even though Muhonzi, I saw Muhonzi, that is the son of the Idi Amin of Uganda, warning the Ugandans that they should not try that stupidity which was in Kenya, and now the Tanzanians have taken it. If they decide to try and take that example, then a lot will happen. But you can't prevent change. You can't kill the revolution. Let me just say that. You can kill the revolutionaries, but you can't kill the revolution. Once the time has come for the revolution to happen, it's going to happen automatically. It's going to happen, and you can do nothing about it. And also in Tanzania, all these things that are happening. In Kenya, we are also waiting for 2027, because I've seen the president himself chest thumping, saying that the only person that would give him challenge he will face and feel like I'm facing somebody. A man was the late Raila Odinga, and Raila Odinga is not in the picture. So these other guys are just here, but there is nothing that they can do. So let me just listen to what you're saying at the comment section, because as it stands, things are not the same, things are not normal. So tell me what you think, and don't forget to tell me where exactly you're watching this video from. If you're within the country, tell me which part of the country you're watching this, and if you're outside the country, you can as well tell me which country you're dropping the flag at the comment section, and I'll figure it out by myself. Until we meet again in the next video, if it is possible, fellow Kenyans, I've been your host, Bonfaso. Big.